Alright, car explainers, today we are looking at the advanced driver assist technology in the 2021 Lexus RX. We'll be looking at the lane keep assist, lane departure warning, and adaptive cruise control functions, and show you kind of what all the symbols and interaction points are with the vehicle. So looking here, we're still in town. We have turned the lane keep assist and lane departure warning systems on. You can kind of see we've got the display on the left hand side set to the driver assist systems, but you can also kind of see at the bottom of the row, kind of along the clock, there are some icons there that would be visible in normal driving modes if you're on other screens, that will also kind of communicate the same information. Accelerate onto the highway, a little bit of traction control, but here we go. So in the main display there with the driver information system, you can see that the grayed out, or just the outline of the lane markers, means that it is either not visible or it is being overridden. Typically when you use a turn signal, it will kind of gray that lane out. When it does identify the lane markers on either side, they will fill in with the bright white. As we do approach kind of the outer side of the lanes, you see the blue lines that pop up, and that kind of shows the active steering assist is engaged. And when you kind of go beyond where it can really help, that's when the orange light turns on, in addition to that flashing blue light. When we turn the system off, we can see that the vehicle will not hold its lane. It will, allow the vehicle to drift back and forth. So again, you can turn that system on, and you can choose whether you have the steering active or not active. So it can be just the warning, or it can have the active kind of lane correction function as well. The Lexus RX has two different cruise control modes. There's the radar adaptive cruise, which when you turn on, it'll say radar cruise active, and the little green icon actually has kind of a little car by the speedometer. And if you do a longer hold of that same button, you actually see the green icon doesn't have that little car. It's just kind of a green speedometer with the arrow pegged on it. And if you were to use that standard cruise control, you wouldn't have the front gap distance adjust options when you set the vehicle speed. So be sure to know which mode of cruise control that you're in. And once you set the speed, you see down there at the bottom it says set, and then below the menu there you see we're set at 61 miles per hour. And we've also adjusted the gap distance. As you toggle through that button, it toggles through the various gap distance for the vehicle in front of you. The vehicle also helps identify when it has locked onto the vehicle ahead with that vehicle icon that is now visible. And with the lane trace assist, we see that when you do engage the adaptive cruise control function, the solid blue lines do come on in addition to those white lines. Also saw there the warning from the vehicle to keep your hands on the wheel. This is not a hands-free system by any means, and so just kind of showing you there are strict limitations to what the vehicle has and what the warning systems are. So now we've gone beyond, and it says that the active steering assist is no longer available. So once you put your hands back on the wheel, the lane trace assist system does become active once again. You do change the speeds up and down using that toggle stalk. That is the older cruise control system from Toyota and Lexus. Newer vehicles have the controls on the steering wheel, but the RX did debut back in the 2016 model year, so it's been out for a while. We expect that the next generation RX will lose that stock. So you can see kind of the different shades of those lane boundaries in that menu system. The white lines, the blue lines that are only on when you have the adaptive cruise control on, again, just to help give you those visual cues of what mode your vehicle is in and what kind of advanced safety features and driver assistance is available. You don't need to have the lane trace assist system on with adaptive cruise control. You can just have the adaptive cruise, and likewise, you can obviously have the lane keep assist without the cruise control function. But the lane trace assist, that is, a little bit more of that lane following, lane centering control, that is only available with the adaptive cruise control function being active on the vehicle. One thing you can do is you can actually set the cruise control while the vehicle is stationary. That's not common. And you can set the speed. It's interesting that the vehicle also communicates that it's waiting, so it knows that the car ahead is stopped. And then you'll see when the traffic does start, this is a bit longer of a wait period, so the car won't restart automatically. It'll tell you to either operate with the cruise control lever or with the accelerator to resume speed, basically. So again, a lot of good communication from the vehicle, from the systems in terms of, what types of inputs does the driver need to give to work with the car. Here we've turned the auto brake hold function on. The green light on the dash that is a circle and says hold is actually just saying the feature is on and on standby. And now we've come to a complete stop, and that's where the additional yellow wording of hold pops up. This is a little bit different than kind of the executions we've seen from other brands. We've typically kind of seen, one button that might go from, gray or white to green when the car is holding. Don't really love the yellow. Yellow seems a little bit like, something might be wrong with the system. But again, this is why we try to look at this as there are, no standards in terms of what the icons look like, what colors they should be. We see a lot of differences when we go from brand to brand. And here we'll engage the center differential lock. So that's the yellow icon that has popped up, and that's what kind of locks in the power distribution front and rear. The RX typically uses a front wheel drive biased system that sends power mainly to the front and sends power to the back in certain specific situations, but under low speeds it does have that lock button that can more evenly distribute power front to rear from the start. This can be helpful in slippery conditions or in the winter, just kind of help get you off the line and just have enough of that power sent to the rear from the beginning. As always, we hope this video was helpful in helping you learn a little bit more about the advanced technologies that are available for you to use for convenience and safety in your 2021 Lexus RX. Thanks so much again for watching. Be sure to subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. See you guys out there. Bye.